Huh?
Now for the point after. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Jets 0. Michael Vincent, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. They may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
I got 11. 72. Double time. Kill.
Throwing again. Brady under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Wide 20. Alert.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Hey, you got 3 down.
Alright, I'm gonna hit that.
3rd and long, it's Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole.
He said that?
You have to find a way to make those interceptions go away, and that means your defense.
Okay.
They want their own sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Really,
First down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line
Man,
up.
I got 2 people watching my stream. You wanna? Because my stream is boy.
Fake the give and keep it himself.
Damn!
This one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Back out of the backfield to make a big
end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Like, I probably got like 20,000 views.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
Hey, no shout out, no shout out.
Lead out a bit further. Extra point attempt to follow here.
I don't even think you allow your voice to get shared.
14-0.
You don't even allow your voice to get shared. You don't allow your voice to get shared. Yeah. I think I can't hear you in the stream.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board.
50. Don't let 89. Hey, high 7.
Damn, it's a queen. That could have been a pick, bro.
Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
I mean, it's a queen.
This passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 6 yards in the first down. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Nah, not always. Unless they have a scrambling QB. Because see, Tom Brady's not scrambling.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. Now he steps away. Herndon's got it complete.
That was so good.
Near the 45, they'll spot it at the 44. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets on 3rd down.
That boy Tom Brady ain't gonna do shit against me. That boy Tom Brady ass.
From the gun, it's Brady. That's complete. It's Bell.
What's that?
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Rock me.
For a Jet first down, a gain of 13. This offense.
People robbing my church?
Now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Oh, for real? How?
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he stopped immediately there. In on the stop.
You told me that they were trying to rob the old guys to bad. I think
Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled
they robbed the church at that same time?
Held them to no gain.
Damn, some bad people live by you.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Dillon, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
You're gonna get hit on the late one day when you're walking home. Good thing you don't walk home anymore.
But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Yeah. Sweet.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Open man is Anderson. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
No.
Shotgun now for Brady. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence. It borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Yeah,
and they'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he'll get him inside the 15.
You can't just be carrying Bobby Wagner like that, bro.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
That wasn't even level. Really weird.
4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Brady. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Ooh, I forgot about Metcalf.
Here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
No, her name is Jenny. I'm a fucking Lord. Got her pictures in my gallery.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson drops it off for Coleman. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
A good play.
And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7.
Yeah, those plays are pretty good.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now Brady. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
A whopper?
From the gun, tight end. 19 yards to pick up there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here, 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Hell no, what he say? He said you suck. And you're not about to struggle, shit. That's what he said. Yep. You tell that nigga said dick. Look, get off my dick.
Now Brady.
Get off my dick, baby. Huh?
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a
Probably
first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable.
I don't get why he has this QB.
Too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On 2nd down, it's Bell, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Hey, Charlie. No, 66.
Fuck that. I'm holding in my hands when you fuck that up. When it's on my pants, we can talk, we can fast, we can dance. I'm holding in my hands.
Brady airing one out for Crowder. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
I don't know.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Being chased out left. Completes it to Coleman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
I said that was dirty,
right? And they're already just shy of midfield.
I said that was dirty, right?
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Wilson, flush to his right.
Damn. No.
Quentin Williams, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. After the sack on 1st down, Wilson, the intended receiver, was DK Metcalf, but now it's 3rd and goal.
How did you not catch that, bro?
Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that.
No!
This complete to Lockett. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good.
But it isn't good enough.
And that'll push the lead up to 17. Well, what do you think? Maybe a little disappointment there. They had a pretty nice drive going at the end of the half, and they have to settle for 3.
Oh, definitely a little bit of disappointment there because when you kick a short field goal, you shake your head a little bit like, could we have done a little bit more? Could we have gotten one more shot to try and get 6? But with what little time was left on the clock, I think it was a smart play.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows?
That's a lot.
On the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead. And we resume action in quarter number 3.
That's how I hit. That's how I hit it, bro.
Touchback as that sails over the end line.
Yeah, I forgot I was streaming. He was probably seeing like, what the fuck?
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The reception good for 7. It's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
61, match box, white. Hey, Alabama.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get out to the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there.
I can't challenge the play.
And now they face a third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. On play action, now Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted. intercepted a third time. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
It shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna like erase this for me.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Woo! Is he coming? Is he coming? Nah, he's just fine.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Now a first down carry by Bell. Bell so light on his feet. 20! Well, they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Now Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
And
he's going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
you pretty loud?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Brady. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between...
Don't quit, bro. Please don't quit. Please don't quit. Please don't. I get it. You're mad, but please don't quit. I get it. I get it. We've all been mad. Thank you.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted
I get it. You
confidant
thrown
is on the
5 picks. I get it. You said ass. I get it. I get it.
maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he takes us across the 15 to the 17.
Time for the Kevin Coleman show, bud.
Brian Poole. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Kevin Coleman saying yeet on this one, though. Kevin Coleman saying yeet. Kevin Coleman saying yeet. Kevin Coleman saying yeet.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
Throw my face with that boozy shit.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Ready? Bravo.
Now it's the backup Darnold. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Taking it about the 16. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. They'll run on first down. Carson. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. They run it with Carson. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st. To the air again, Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Coleman. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. And he loses the football a 2nd time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on them.